I step into the crowded streets with a different mission. This time, I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm trying to make people feel something, including myself. The first person I see is a waitress standing outside a tiny cafe. She looks exhausted. I walk up and ask, "What would make your day better right now?" She laughs nervously and says, "Honestly." A day off, I pull out a wad of cash and hand her $1,000. Her face melts. She starts crying. Her manager comes out like, "What's going on here?" And she just whispers, "I think I can breathe now." Suddenly it all makes sense. I don't need a yacht to feel rich. I just need to do something that matters. Keep going. A street musician is playing a busted violin in the shade. I sit, listen, and when he finishes, I drop $5,000 in his case. He looks at me like I'm from another planet. "Are you serious?" he asks. I just nod. He hugs me. His hands are shaking, and I realize this is what real power feels like. Not flexing, not stunting, but impact. I walk past a local school and have a wild idea. I go in and ask to speak to the principal. She looks suspicious. I say, "What do you need?" She blinks. "You mean like supplies?" Supplies, I say. "No, I mean everything. Computers, desks, air conditioning, you name it." Her mouth literally drops open. I write a check for $25,000 right there. She tells me their current computers are from 2009. That one check did more good than the $300,000 yacht ever could. I still have time left. Still have money left. And now I know where it's going. I call a hospital. I say, "Are there any families struggling with medical bills right now?" They say yes. "Too many," I ask. "Can I cover some anonymously?" They transfer me to a finance lady who almost cries on the phone. I wire $50,000. At this point, I'm not thinking about numbers. I'm thinking about people, faces, stories, struggles. I call a food bank. "What would it take to feed 500 families this month?" They say about $12,000. I say, "Cool, make it happen." The guy on the line goes silent. Then just says, "You have no idea what you just did. Clock's almost done. The sun's going down." I head back to the yacht one last time. I sit at the edge of the deck, dangling my feet above the water. I'm wearing a $250,000 watch. But that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about that waitress, that musician, that school, that food bank. I'm thinking about how easy it is to waste money, and how much harder, but better, it feels to use it for something real. And here's the final twist. If I had done this whole day the other way, just spent the full $1,000,000 on toys, cars, gold-leafed sushi, and flexes, I wouldn't remember a thing tomorrow. But now, I'll remember this day for the rest of my life. 'Cause it meant something. And that's what billionaires don't tell you. They chase yachts. They buy islands. They build rockets. Not because they need them, but because they're bored. Because they've already bought everything else. They're still empty. Having $1,000,000 a day doesn't make you feel alive. Helping others does. And honestly, that's the one thing you don't need to be rich to do. You can hold a door. You can check on a friend. You can make someone feel seen, heard, loved. That's free. And it's more valuable than anything I bought that day. So yeah, spending $1,000,000 in 24 hours was wild. But giving it away? That was unforgettable. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it exactly the same. But this time I'd start with the waitress. All right, imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning and someone hands you a card, solid black, no name, no limit, and says, you have 24 hours to spend $1,000,000. No saving, no investing. Just pure, insane spending. If you don't spend it all, it's gone forever. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the catch. I actually tried this. I tried to spend $1,000,000 in a single day like a real billionaire, and what happened absolutely shocked me. Because the truth is, burning through money that fast isn't just hard, it messes with your head. So I open my eyes and boom, the clock is ticking. 24 hours? $1,000,000? My heart's already racing and I haven't even left bed yet. My first instinct? Private jet? obviously. I Google most expensive private jet available now, and this monster pops up. Gulfstream G700. $75,000 just to take off. That's more than most people make in a year just to leave the ground. I don't even blink. Booked wheels up in 2 hours. I throw on some clothes and speed to the airport. I walk straight past security, straight onto the tarmac like I'm in a movie. The jet is insane. Leather, everything. Chef waiting with gold-plated sushi. I haven't even decided where I'm flying to. Just say take me somewhere expensive. Because this day isn't about the destination, it's about the burn. By the time we're in the air, I've already dropped close to 6 figures. I'm feeling good. But then I realize I've got 9 Cinco left. The clock is ticking. That jet ride, it's basically just the warm dash up. I land in Monaco because, well, that's where billionaires play. Super yachts, casinos, Ferraris on every corner of the works. I step off the jet and I swear I see someone walking a tiger on a leash. I don't even ask. I head straight to the marina. I say to this guy in a suit, "What's the most expensive yacht I can rent right now?" He doesn't even flinch. Points to something that looks like a hotel floating on the ocean. $300,000 for the day, he says. Includes staff, food, and an onboard spa. I'm like, sold. I sign a contract without even reading it. I walk onto the yacht, and it's like stepping into another universe. There's marble everywhere. The hallway has a chandelier. There's a hot tub on the roof. Private theater in the basement. Someone hands me a drink and says, "Welcome aboard, sir." I don't even know who they are. It's not even lunchtime, and I've already spent almost $400,000. I'm ahead of schedule, but it still feels rushed, like I'm in a race. A race against my own bank account, so I decide to go big watches. Billionaires love watches. I Googled the most expensive boutique in Monaco and walk in like I own the place. I tell the guy, "Show me the most ridiculous thing you've got." He grins, disappears into the back, and returns with this insane piece of machinery. "Richard Mill," he says. $250,000? I buy it. No negotiation, just swipe and go. Now I've got a literal Lamborghini strapped to my wrist, and yet I feel nothing. Like, it's cool, but is it $250,000? Cool. I'm not so sure. And here's where it starts getting weird. Look around and realize nobody's even noticing me. I'm standing there holding the most expensive item in the store, and people are just doing their thing. A guy next to me is ordering a Bugatti on his phone like he's buying gum. I ask him, "How do you even spend this kind of money every day?" He looks up, totally unfazed, and says, "You don't spend it, you move it." And he goes back to scrolling. That line sticks in my head. You move it? Is that what being a billionaire is? Just moving numbers around? But I don't have time to think. I've still got hundreds of thousands to go, so I rent a Ferrari. Not just for fun, for urgency. I'm flying down the coast, trying to figure out how to burn more cash. I stop at a cliffside restaurant with a $10,000 tasting menu. I sit down alone. They serve me gold-covered steak on a crystal plate. I take 2 bites and leave. Back in the car, I'm sweating. Not from the sun, from the pressure. I've spent over $700,000, and I'm exhausted. This isn't fun anymore, it's work. And then something hits me. This entire time I've been spending money on me. Jets, yachts, cars, watches, fancy food. And I don't feel any better than I did this morning. I feel numb. Like I'm trying to impress a version of myself I don't even recognize, so I do something drastic. I pull over. I call a friend back home. Regular dude. I say, "If you had $10,000 right now, what would you do?" He doesn't even hesitate. I'd fix my mom's car, get her out of debt, take her on a real vacation. And that's when it clicks. It's not the money. It's what you do with it. I turn the car around. I cancel my dinner reservation. I tell the yacht crew to dock, and I go back into the streets of Monaco to do something real.